gonna be 20 inches. I can use this to measure it. Thank you so much. And that's gonna be 20 inches. I was looking for my little tool thing, but I'm not gonna go look for it. Sweaty. You don't have to use safety pins. Yeah, some people they use the little it's like a little plastic looking tool. I don't even have it in front of me that you can use to do like your little, elastic casings or whatever. But every time I decide to do one, I don't have it anywhere around. I'm gonna have to get it. I got a purple one. I gotta organize my sewing stuff. I got so much sewing and crafting stuff. I gotta organize it again. Okay, so I'm gonna pin one on this side, and then I'm gonna take this and put it through the casing. And I'm gonna go all the way around it. You don't need to thank me for voicing something that's a fact. The way I'm. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna go all the way around. And also, if you use the witchamajiggy, it's a little easier on your fingers when it comes to like gathering everything through. So I'm going for the ruffled effect. That was the whole purpose of me making the casing. And you can always do the regular method, doesn't require two lines, but I don't know. It's something about the ruffled method that I love. I have a ruffled one on now. So yeah. I made this one a long time ago. Like 4 years ago. It's 2014. I started around 2013. So this year make 11 years. No, was it 2013? No, I started 2014. So it's been 10 years. Okay, I got all the way to the other side. Do a little bit more pulling to even it out. And when I get to this side, I'm just going to basically take these two and overlap them. I agree, the ruffles do look pretty good. Yeah, yeah, I've been doing it. Yeah, I taught myself. So I gradually, throughout the years, just learned different techniques and methods. And this was just like one of the things but I started out making like pillowcase covers and like infinity scarves. So I'm gonna overlap this about an inch or so, and I'm going to zigzag stitch all across that, and that's gonna create it's gonna make it real strong. That way you don't have to worry about the elastic popping out of it. And then I'm gonna turn it around, and I'm just gonna go back and forward across it. Then I back stitch it and stop it. That way, it look crazy on the inside, but it's secure. Now, what I have to do is join this zigzag all the way over here to this line. It's one line that's going across, and this top piece I'm going to fold inside because I have to close that out as well. And that's going to be it. Close this in. When I close the end part, I like to add my little clips to it. So that part right there is going to be a straight stitch on the end part. But I'm going to go ahead and do my zigzag one across right quick. By the way, it's really adore headband things. And I've been crocheting for about 2 years, and it's been a fun process. Ever since I'm in high school, I don't have much time, so most of my projects I have done. You know what? I had a lot of projects in the beginning that were half done, and I wasn't even in high school. I think a lot of times it was just like about, time, about interest. But crocheting is like, it's crazy because certain trends just come back and forward. And crocheting was a thing that I did, a little bit here and there. Ooh, something stuck me in my foot. I might have dropped a pen somewhere. And my great grandmother used to crochet. So it's funny because now I'm starting to see more crochet hats, and people be creative with crocheting. And the funny thing is, I don't like I can crochet, and I think I used to do one thing. I used to make like the little cow um scarves that had like the nice little buttons in the middle. I did that was the most I did with crocheting. Um it was very time consuming. So I think it's beautiful, and I think a lot of young people are getting into crocheting, and it's a good stress reliever. But yeah, that's cool. Okay, let me get my elastic in place. There we go. Okay, now I gotta do the outside line. Let me do the straight stitch right quick. And that's it. Thank you, Reba. That is it. That one is done. I'm just gonna go around and cut my little pieces of thread. Of course, everywhere. Anytime you start and stop, you're gonna have threads somewhere. And but the crazy thing is, when I did start sewing, it was like a hobby, and it was like a therapeutic thing. And I was working like really really long hours, but it was a lot of stuff that I would stop and start. But eventually, it got to the point where I was like, okay, let me finish some stuff. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I've been trying out other stuff like painting, embroidery. Ooh, embroidery is fun. You know what? This has like a little bit of embroidery features. It doesn't do a lot, like all the other machines. But that's what I like about this one, because it's a quilting one, and you can change the settings, and you can do a few numbers, and then you have all these stitches right here. Um, I do painting as well. I've been trying to get into sewing, but I don't have a sewing machine, so it's a bit of a bummer. You know what? You can always find one like on marketplace. Sometimes people are getting rid of stuff that's just collecting dust. My first one was $60, and it was practically brand new. It wasn't a can't even get the word out. It was a basic one, but once I learned how to, when I mastered that basic one, that's when I eventually bought me another one. If I find some cute fabrics and buy it, can I send them to you for some projects? Sure, Reba. But you know what? Just take your time. Save your money, and not only that, just check out quite a few sewing videos. Just look at, like, some of the things that you would be interested in sewing. That's kind of how I started. I kind of started like binge watching, and I watched a lot of people that were more relatable, and they made it look easy, but at the same time they was very informative. So one of the persons that I started, I watched watching.